Everybody, I'm Tony Vincent.
And I'm Flash Photo.
And welcome to our Dalmatian Street episode reviews. Me and Flash are going to, we review Dalmatian Street episodes for season 1. We give our thoughts, we explain the plot, what we like, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then there's more stuff at the end, so stay tuned. Before we begin, a lot of these I will be cursing in, so a lot of these will be 14 plus, so these are not recommended for children because I'm probably going to be cursing a lot. I don't know if Flash is, but he might be too, so keep that in mind that there's going to be a lot of colorful language, especially to some of the characters I really despise in upcoming reviews. Alright, so today's episode we are reviewing is Power to the Pups. So in this one, Dylan and Dolly are campaigning it out to fight for top dog. And I think Dylan would make a great president because he had what is known as the best campaign speech in the episode. So we get this episode.
Alrighty, well, overall, I thought it was an alright episode. I'm not a huge fan of political stuff. I don't like dipping into it just for multiple reasons that I won't get into, but politics, not really my thing to talk about, and I'm not a big fan when any show does political related stuff like this. I understand the importance of it and all, but I don't know, I just don't see it as very entertaining to watch, and it's kind of a drag. But this episode did have some pretty good ones.
Yeah, that is correct. Diesel pops out of nowhere, says, and then there's like, what are we talking about? I'm like, we're voting for a top dog, but he thinks through his brain they're talking about hot dog, and then they all vote for him, and then he's the winner, and I'm like, Diesel can't run for anything, but he can dig.
Yes, I will say, it was very interesting that it ended up being Diesel who was the quote-unquote new top dog. I felt that the reason he became the new top dog was little bizarre, but it worked. So I thought that was pretty good.
Dylan didn't like it, so he decided to move out to his treehouse. I don't know if that was a good call on his end, but later in the episode it turned out to be disastrous. There was, however, a reference to Lion King in that one. When Diesel was preparing everybody to dig the biggest, deepest hole, it basically referenced the whole Scar Be Prepared song. You noticed that too, Flash, right?
Yes, I did.
So that was an interesting reference right there.
Now, what is a very popular movie. I didn't see the original. Well, I've seen clips of the original, but I did catch that reference.
It was very interesting, and it's pretty cute when he was floating on his butt. I'm like, how do you float on your butt? Don't you sink? I guess not.
I try not to question cartoon logic too much.
Yes, and he's like, either I hit the ocean or I hit a water pipe. Well, technically, the ocean is pretty far away for you to dig, Diesel, so you definitely hit a water pipe. Alright, so Flash, would you change anything?
Well, I'm going to leave a lot of my opinion out just because, as I've stated earlier, I don't really like election-related episodes of anything, just because it's not very interesting for me to watch. So I guess if you want an answer out of me, I guess I would say I would change pretty much the whole thing, because my thing. However, putting all that aside, I really wouldn't change anything from this episode. I think it came in with its point, and it did fairly getting it out there, and it gave some interesting moments in the episode as well, so I wouldn't really change anything.
I would really like to see, because they went up to Doug, their father's like, how should we settle this? Dolly wanted a cage match, Dylan wanted an election. I wanted to see if Doug went with Dolly's decision, a cage match. I would have loved to see that.
That would have been interesting.
Dolly for WWE confirmed, because she is into that professional wrestling stuff. I don't know if the show's ever going to go on DVD, but if they had like an alternative, if they ever upload alternative scenes to their YouTube channel, I'd like to see where that would go. Like, if they had a deleted scene, like if they went with Dolly's cage match idea, I would actually like to see that. Or if someone in the fandom will make it like a fan-made equivalent of what that might have been.
Well, people are creative, so we may end up seeing that.
And overall, I don't think Dylan is going to win that. I mean, I know you're responsible and smart, but you do not have the type of combat fighting wild skills that your sister has. Dolly has more combat skills.
That is true. However, with cartoons like these, they tend to make the person who is... They tend to like to put a little twist on it. So I feel like even if they went with a cape, Diesel would have dug his way up into the ring and like tripped them both and won anyways. So, you know, cartoons like to put a little spin on that.
That is true. That is true. Anything else?
No. On the terms of all that, I think I'm pretty good.
All right, now we are going to get down to our ratings. This is where we do it 0 out of 10. Since this one had the Lion King reference, a lot of funny stuff, and because Diesel is a pretty much a lovable character, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10.
Alright, that's fair. Me personally, as I've stated multiple times already, not a big fan of election episodes and anything. It's just not very entertaining for me. However, this episode did have some entertaining moments in it, and overall, even for an election episode, it wasn't that bad. So I'm going to rate this a 4 out of 10.
I respect that. I respect that. Kinda low, but you know what?
It is a little low, but I guarantee, and the reason why they're not like a 3 or a 2 is because I already have some episodes in mind that I know are going to be a 2. So I'm trying to give this one a fair rating, and I'd say 4 is pretty fair.
All right. Okay, people, you waited to the end. We're gonna whip out some stuff. We've saved this end part for some self-promotion, if you catch my drift. I'm going to link some of my other channels in the description if you'd like to go and check them out. Flash Photo, his YouTube channel and Twitch channel will be in the description. I don't know what the next time you're going to stream, but make sure to follow him to make sure and find out when he's streaming again.
Yeah, today actually would have been a really good day to stream. Had all my stream stuff set up. I still need to update my video card driver before I can stream again, because every time I open OBS, it likes to blue screen of death me. So I need to get that taken care of. We'll probably do that. So hopefully I'll be streaming sometime next week. Streaming Below Zero. They came out with an update in April, and I haven't played it yet. So I'm very excited to get the shit skipped. So I hope y'all come and check it out. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'll try to stop by. Do you have anything else you want to promote?
Anything else I want to promote? Not at the moment, no. I feel like I'm all good.
Okay. Before I wrap everything up, if they make a season 2 of Dalmatian Street, me and him, and hopefully I move out of my house. The reasons are private, by the way. We won't be doing our review for season 2. We're actually going to do a reaction.
We could actually do both, honestly. That could be a possible thing.
We might do both. You know what? Flash is right. We might do both. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And the latest episode review will also be in the description in case you've missed it. All right? Thanks, everybody, and bow wacka wow.